Outrage is growing tonight after New York State authorities euthanized a local squirrel who became a social media star. As we first reported on Wednesday, the Department of Environmental Conservation seized Peanut the squirrel and a raccoon named Fred during an armed raid at Peanut's Freedom Farm in Pine City. This story made national headlines and is still today. Today we learned both animals were put down, and we learned that the Chemung County Health Department was also involved in this. Our 18 News investigative reporter Nick Dabina is here with more, including the emotional reaction from Peanut's owner. Nick.
Hey, Jim. Well, before publishing this story, we called Peanut's owner to ask if he had received any updates on Peanut's fate 2 days after the raid. Mark Longo said nobody told him his animals were put down. Now, we first reported on Peanut last year when Longo started Peanut's Freedom Farm in Pine City after rescuing Peanut 7 years ago. Longo said he found Peanut after his mother was hit by a car. He rehabbed Peanut and tried to release him into his backyard, but Peanut never developed the instincts to survive outside. Longo then let Peanut live inside of his home. Peanut racked up a combined 3 million followers on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Yesterday, Longo told us he was working on the necessary paperwork to legally own Peanut as an educational animal. He says, though, he was blindsided Wednesday morning when DEC agents served a search warrant at his home and took away Peanut. They also took away Fred the raccoon. The statement released to the media says, the Chemung County Department of Health and the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation are coordinating to ensure the protection of public health related to the illegal possession of wild animals that have the potential to carry the rabies virus. On October 30th, DEC said it seized a raccoon and squirrel sharing a residence with humans, creating the potential for human exposure to rabies. In addition, a person involved with the investigation was bitten by the squirrel. To test for rabies, both animals were euthanized. The animals are being tested for rabies, and anyone who has been in contact with these animals is strongly encouraged to consult with their physician. Longo says Fred the raccoon was being rehabilitated before being released back into the wild. In an Instagram post this afternoon, Longo and his wife held back tears as they announced Peanut's death.
Hi, everyone. I don't know how I'm going to say this. I just want to say thank you to all of you. Peanut was the best thing that ever happened to us. And we got confirmation that they put him down. I want to continue to fight this fight as much as I can, but we need all of you to come together and help us. Please continue to help us raise money for the ongoing legal battles and for our nonprofit so we can keep Peanut's name alive. Thank you all.
More than 31,000 people signed an online petition to save Peanut. A GoFundMe campaign has also raised more than $14,000. The campaign says the Longos are now, quote, committed in pursuing legal action against the DEC. Jim.
Nick, you and I reached out to several local lawmakers to try to see if they would have something to say to us about whether or not they were getting involved. A lot of it was crickets. Many weren't interested in saying much of anything.
That's right, Jim. We certainly tried. The only official to say anything so far is New York Congressman Nick Langworthy. He released actually a new statement within the last hour. Langworthy says he is now demanding answers after hearing from many angry constituents who called his office.
Yeah, guys, you know, my heart goes out to these people, the Longos. You know, I saw this story trending, man, and I clicked on it. And then reading it, it's it's so sad, man. It's like this guy had a rehabilitation type form to where he rehabilitated animals and stuff. And that squirrel, man, he had that squirrel for 7 years. He had that squirrel for 7 years. And they came into his house armed to take a squirrel and a raccoon. We're looking for them to have rabies, but they have to euthanize them to test for rabies, evidently. I think that's what I heard on here. You know, that's crazy. That squirrel lived inside for 7 years. There's no way. I mean, is there even a way that squirrel could even get rabies in the house? I don't think so. My heart goes out to these people, man. This is really freaking sad, man.
Statement says, in part, the pet owner has not been afforded due process, and now his pets are dead. This action comes today as reports have emerged of an illegal immigrant raping a 5-year-old on Long Island. This demonstrates the local administration's deranged level of misguided priorities.
You know, that's actually a really good point. It's like, why are you guys worried about a guy, squirrel, and a raccoon when there's like migrants like coming across, you know, the border, like doing these horrible things to women and unaliving people? Man, this is sad, man. That guy's right, though. I know that guy's getting his jab in right there, but he's absolutely right, man. This story's really sad, man. I'm like, I have a friend that actually has a rehabilitation situation going on, and she's got a bunch of animals and stuff. And, you know, but I can't imagine having an animal for 7 years and somebody busts up in there because the squirrel got popular on social media. I guess they don't want other people to try to have animals that are illegal like that. But I mean, if that squirrel can't live outside, it's probably best it lives inside. I'm sure that dude got it a rabies shot, man. And he knows what he's doing.
In New York State, we have sanctuaries for illegal immigrants while innocent pets are killed.
That's facts right there, man. That's facts, man. This is a very sad story. We've got sanctuaries for illegal immigrants while innocent pets are killed, man. A squirrel, bro. You guys ran up in this guy's house armed over a squirrel, man. You know what, guys? It's over for us. It's over for America. We'll go ahead and finish this story, but we're done. It's finished.
We reached out to Governor Hochul's office, but we did not hear back. New York Senator Chuck Schumer's office told us it had no comment because this was not a federal matter. We also left a message with Senator Kirk.
You know, it's kind of crazy Chuck Schumer doesn't want to make it a federal matter. He makes everything a federal matter. You know, I mean, why wouldn't you protect somebody's pets? You know why? Because control, bro. This is so sad, man. I'm so pissed right now for this person, man. I would be absolutely livid. I would be crying just like them. This is sad, bro.
Kirsten Gillibrand, but our call was not returned. We also reached out to New York State Senator Tom O'Mara and the Chemung County Health Department. Our requests for comment were not returned.
Wow.
Jim.
Pretty apparent they don't want to say anything. And we just got some new information a little while ago from two friends of the Longo family. The DEC agents that did the raid did not wear body cameras.
Wow.
And they repeatedly questioned the Longos about whether there were any cameras in their home.
Wow. So they came into the Longo's home not wearing body cameras, and they asked him if they had any cameras in their home. Then they took a freaking squirrel. They were armed. They took a squirrel and a raccoon that he was rehabilitating. Euthanized both of them. You know what, guys? We'll never know the truth, man. We'll never know if those animals had. I don't think the squirrel had rabies, man. That squirrel lived inside. What did he do? Get bit by a frog or something to have rabies? What are you doing? It's crazy, bro. This makes me mad, man.
We also got a copy of the search warrant. A Chemung County judge signed off on it. We're going to attempt to speak with him on Monday.
Good job.
I want to assure all of our viewers we'll keep fighting to get answers about all of this.
Good for you.
And we'll post any new information on our website, mytwintears.com, and on our newscasts.
That's a sad story. You know, I got 2 dogs, and I can't imagine. I know that they're legal, you know, but I mean, the guy had the squirrel for 7 years. I mean, you know, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that they even got in on this. And this story is crazier and crazier. I mean, why would you run up in somebody's home? This is the thing. This kind of story is what pisses me off about these people in power and these different government agencies, man. There's a judge that signed off on them going in there to get this. Why would you do that other than you want to amass total control over something? Oh, you can't have a squirrel that is why? Squirrel ain't got rabies. Squirrel lives inside the house. That squirrel was lifting weights. That squirrel was eating waffles. It's like, dude, what are you doing? This is crazy, man. That is very sad, man. My heart goes out to the Longos, and I think anybody with pets can relate to this. That is absolutely ridiculous, man. It's very sad that they took that guy's pets, man, or his pet squirrel. Man, I hope you guys have a good day, man. You watch it On Air Nick Job podcast. Take care. It's sad.